start seeing faces and phenomena appear on objects. Closed-eyed visuals can become machine skips, like terrifying mechanistic machine skips, like cities made of moving machines, giving off these vibrational hell groans, you know what I mean? It's like some of the fucking things when you break through on large amounts of LSD, mushrooms, acid, DMT, in very moderate doses will blow you to the next dimension. I've never broke through on DMT, but I've took it and tripped quite a fair bit. But the stuff I've seen on mushrooms, I've seen DNA strands creating the universe, and then as they were flying up onto each other, all the masks of every culture in the world, and these are cultures that I found out about through the trip that I was previously unaware of. So what I'm telling you about the thing about psychedelics is there's something in our subconscious that is beyond what we know as the self on the surface, like this reality, atoms and all that there. In our DNA there's a rich knowledge, a rich knowing that comes from centuries of DNA being sculpted by wars, suffering, hurt, pain, love, happiness, just throughout the years. Like we're white people and we live in a Western society, but what our dreams, our DNA is linked to Africa, Egypt, Aztec. When I was tripping, I could see, and I'm not talking like sort of going, that's interesting. I mean, I was flabbergasted and awe, going like this here, just seeing it all happen before my eyes, like Africa, the Mask of Africa, the Easter Island heads, they're all morphing and they want, and what it was telling me is that genetically in our DNA, we are all one unified culture. And this is the experience that seems to permeate through psychedelics. This is this message that it sends to people. It's a spiritual message that when you go to certain levels, it will tell you that you are in union with God and we're all one harmonious energy, learning and fighting and growing off each other. But I seen Egyptians, and this isn't just an individualist experience I'm talking about. Like when I talk about when I also had sober experiences of demonic possession, what psychiatrists call schizophrenia, these have coherent narratives. When I talk to other schizophrenics, they have the exact same experiences, the exact same narrative, which is related to the Holy Bible that's been written 2,000 years ago. Now, what other psychological maladies have a narrative, a real word narrative, operating off that collectively as an illness? I think sometimes that there's something more to it that psychiatry doesn't understand, and it's not merely just wacko people thinking random and coherent thoughts. There seems to be some sort of spiritual message in these illnesses, evolutionary if you want to go on the scientific point, of some sort of evolutionary reason. But what I will tell you through psychedelics and all the mess that they can do to you, the wisdom that I have took from them, is that there's a union in us all. A union in us all. And that union is in darkness and in light. And you can see the hell and the heaven. And that all depends, I suppose, on your biological fucking mood at that time before you take the substance and what you're open to. I've heard people say when they take DMT that you just go on to it before you take it, ask it a question, and boom, it'll give you that spiritual awakening. A boy told me his mother died, and he said, "Ma, what do you think of me?" And he said, when he went on, when he took a blast he went on and he said his ma was sitting, and she was like a big alien in this big robe, all fucking DNA and like fucking the digital code and like organic metals and all shining off her and all flowing through her. And she started talking to him like she was a fucking god in another fucking universe. So when we're now prevailing in the science of simulation theory, bending the very rules of reality, and creators and gods and aliens beyond us, etc., 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 there does come the question where you think, are these substances precursors to what is already out there? And we just haven't had the knowledge on earth to connect the dots and go, "Oh, these are the fucking aliens." It's just we communicate to them not through spaceships, because who's they say you need to fucking travel through space and time? Who's to say space and time cannot be bent in the constructs of the mind, which is capable of these things? The past, the future, and the present all exist in the mind at one time, relative to your choice and free will of where you want to go in that cosmic universe that is your human psyche, you know what I mean? But